Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Jordan Love and the Toronto Thunderbirds.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with their opponents. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week.
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Mitchell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Lance now to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
down. Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 27. 3rd and 2. Love with it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and inches, Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Off the play fake, Love. Rolling to his right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 44, Lance, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Lance. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On third down, Love got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Thunderbirds would extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And he powers his way up past the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 31, Lance. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off of play action, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. James Robinson, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing. Love. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Short completion, just 4 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now Love. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And quickly, they get to the line. Jordan Love ready on first down here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Love looking to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team...
Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's his 12th rushing touchdown, his 14th overall. And the Thunderbirds take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 4 yards remain for second down. Now a play fake. Lance. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Marquez Callaway. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route, is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they try the right side here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Thunderbirds add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for our visitors, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.